Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I just wanted to have kind of like a in the studio casual kind of making video with you today. Just because I have been very busy and I just want to sort of take a breath and work on this lovely book. So I have this beautiful book. It's a Waverley novels book. Sir Walter Scott here. I want to transform this rugged old book with its worn away spine into like sort of a cottage living kind of journal, like a nature cottage summer sort of journal. So I think the majority of this book, what's inside of it, I'm just going to use it probably as like glue book pages because believe it or not, I've actually used my whole stack pretty much of glue books like that I glue on, not like glue books like glue booking, but like these pages that I like, you know, glue on and then throw away. This is literally all, or sometimes I keep them. That's another story, but yeah, this is all I have left. So I'll probably turn this into my next glue book because it's a nice big one. So I hope you're all doing well. I am doing pretty good. I'm like in this kind of state of, you know, the end of the school year is finally getting here and I am really looking forward to it. I'm just going to pull this out because I'm not worried about damaging the spine, obviously. It was already pretty gnarly, but I am going to take the book apart now. So yeah, I've got like a week, less than a week left of school for my daughter, so that's good. My son is extending through actually to August, late August, because he's in sort of a private entry, like pre-K kind of program. And he went in late, so his program extends a little later in the year. So yeah, he will keep going. She will be off, and she's doing all sorts of fun camps and things like that too, and swimming classes. And I was able to get that all sorted out. We always have this funny time when I have to book swimming classes because you've got to get up really early in the morning because they post them at like 6 a.m. online, and like everybody is rushing to try to like get their kid into swimming classes. And for the longest time, our region had a really bad like web integration. Like the company they used for it is actually famed. I mean, they're infamous, I would say, for just providing really terrible technology to mostly like government contracts, and the systems work really badly and cause a ton of business loss and frustration. I remember when I was first trying to like book these, I was talking to my husband about it, and he gets kind of curious about why things like this go on. So he ended up finding out who the developer was and sending me the info about it, and I was just like, wow, because yeah, they're really awful. And the good thing though is that my experience this time, it was way better. So I'm guessing that, you know, sometimes things take a really long time to get better, but they eventually do. So I'm hoping this is a sign of things to come. I think I'll keep these little spine end bits just because they're nice and good little gnarly things to have. This book itself, though, I don't think it has really anything at all that I would want to keep in this journal. It's just all text, and I don't even really know what this book is about. Oh, look at these old, very ancient rose petals that are all brown. They aren't really ideally going to dry nicely, this kind of plant, but yeah, we don't need that. But I'll look through and see if there's anything else. You know, I'm always looking for those lost $100 bills. That's kind of pretty, but I don't think I will need it for anything. Yeah, so I think this will just be our glue book. Then, do I want to keep anything from this sort of fly page? There's no date on this book. No, I don't think I need to keep this. I'll probably just keep this nice old paper here for backing. Okay. So now we've got some dust to get rid of here, book dust. And I'm going to cut this apart because I'm just going to build a whole new spine for this poor thing. And I'm also going to do a template because I want to cover this, and I also want to cover up this emblem here. I just want to keep the thistles, and I'm going to keep Waverley novels because that's kind of pretty, but I don't want him and I don't want that. And I like this just says water wheel, W-E-E-L. I'm fine with that. I'll keep that. So where is there it is, my knife. So we've had a nice week. The weather's been gorgeous after that really crazy heat wave we had. My garden is doing amazing, and I saw we have a little bunny in our backyard that we're sharing the garden with. Oh, he's so cute. He's such a little doll. He's been around for probably a month, just growing up, and he's still a little guy, but he's getting bigger and he's so cute. He mainly is actually just eating things that doesn't actually matter to me. So he gets the fallen bird seed from the feeders, and he has been eating lots of mint, which I have some mint. I've planted my mint in pots this year, but I was silly for a while and I did plant it in my garden beds. In one garden bed, I left it devoted mostly to mint and a few other herbs, but obviously mint takes over, and I knew it was going to, but I thought I would give it a bit of a one garden bed that it could have. So I planted all these different beautiful mints, and so since then though, I've torn out those garden beds and those mints, and I have all new mints in pots, but there's still some kind of roguely growing around the backyard, so the bunny is enjoying those very much. Okay. Oops. One of my coworkers is just messaging me to say, oh, I picked some mulberry. It's in, if you want some. I'm like, oh, yeah, I have enough. Trust me, I've got so much mulberry going on. We've been foraging and got some good stuff the other night. We got loads and loads of mulberries. And then also there's a really big lavender, it's not a field. It's in a nature area adjacent to a graveyard. Okay, so the graveyard that I always talk about, how I walk in it all the time. So a lot of people, most of our cemeteries, thankfully, have started to adopt the rule of no more plastic decorations and plants and artificial plants. Most of them are now going by the way of only natural things, which I really love that because it is so damaging to the environment. All of these artificial flowers and especially balloons. I hate balloons if you've been here a while. And just in general, plastic doodads. I think little toys and things are fine on, especially on the grave of a child. I think that families should have some autonomy to those kind of things, especially because usually those are the kind of plots that are often visited and taken care of. That's my experience. We do a lot of kind of easy cemetery cleanups. We pick up trash when we walk, and we also will place things back on stones when they blow and they fall over, things like lanterns and coins and children's toys, etc. So I think that's fine. But anyways, a lot of people now are planting herbs and things around, and flowers around the graves, which is nice. But lavender, it can seed, and despite being really hard to start lavender from seed at home, sometimes it can be notoriously slow to grow. It's usually best to just buy a lavender plant. The lavender that this person planted at this one grave, it has gotten so huge and just unbelievably beautiful, and it's French lavender, so it's got the nice big long purple flowers. So it has now spread to the kind of unmanaged nature area beside the railroad, which isn't like, you know, a conservation type area, because it's essentially land that can't be used because it's too close to the railroad, so nobody really maintains it. I pick puffball mushrooms there because loads of them grow, and it's a really good place because there's no pesticide use. It's not near a road where other toxins or pollutants could get to it, and the railroad that it's near is actually a section of the railroad that's no longer operational. So it's just like an old railroad, and for this place in time, it's a safe place to forage. So we got lots of lavender. I made really nice lavender lemonade for the kids this week, and I made water with some of my own rose scented bergamot from my garden and that beautiful lavender. So thinking I would take this to make my template with, but I don't know, it might be a little thin. We'll see. I'm also going to keep this just to add for collage materials. I may also just do a little bit of arm length crafting kind of today because I'm here and I don't have all of the signature pages pulled for this book yet. I've got some really nice papers that I got a while ago. Oh, that's not going to work. That's way too thin. That I'm going to use in this book. All right, I'm going to just grab some tracing paper. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my tracing paper here, and we can go ahead and create our templates. So we'll start with this circle. The nice thing is that it's slightly embossed, or debossed, I guess, right? It's pressed inward, so it makes it a little easier on me to trace this, circle. Now that I say that, there we go. That's fine. We're going to be cutting it out and using it as a template, so it's not a problem. Then this one, I actually need to just trace. Though it's lower stress because it's a shield shape, not a circle. Okay. So those are the two shapes that I need to find like an interesting kind of cottagey, naturey feeling thing. We're going to cut out of those two shapes. So we'll just cut this off. Keep this tracing paper over here for the next time I need to create a template. So yeah, I need to pull papers for this book. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm totally mind boggled though, because quite some time ago, somebody, maybe if I explain to you guys, you'll know who this is. I've been searching Etsy because I put a digital collection in my kit. I recall it being like a summer themed collection, and this person, I believe, is actually a man, has like a, you know, a man's name in their shop name. The only ones I can think of are like Carrie the Crafter, but it's not him. But I know that Gail Agostinelli uses this person's digital sometimes and has mentioned his name. I'm going to feel so bad if it's not a he, but I'm pretty sure it is because I think she's actually mentioned him as the pronoun in her video. So I'll apologize later if I got pronouns wrong, but I don't think I did. So I think this person has like seasonal collections, and they're kind of nature based. And the summer one, I'm remembering in my brain, like if this is the piece of paper, there's a duck right here and then another kind of animal on this side, and they're, you know, they're actual illustrations. They're not AI. I looked on Etsy for some nice cottage or even cottage core, but doesn't necessarily have to be cottage core, just cottagey kind of nature themed digitals, but it's like a wash in, you know, fluffy AI images that I just don't want that for this book. I just don't. They're all the same, and I just like, ugh. So if you know who this is, please let me know, because I'd like to pick up that collection for this book. I will grab a few papers that I'll show you that I have that I want to put in this book, and if you know what this is, you'll probably know the connection I'm making. I mean, I don't need to have it. I have like 80 bajillion books that are all nature themed, and I can certainly put together a nice kind of cottagey theme, but I do have have these great memories of this person's kits, and I probably had them in my cart, and I need to look at my saved for later, because Etsy will like shift things to save for later if you don't buy them in time. And I've sort of been like, I don't know, I add so many things to my cart that inspire me, but like I try not to just buy everything, because then, you know, you're just spending money not knowing if and when you'll do the project, right? So I try to be, just like I try to manage the books I bring into my house, I try to manage the digital assets I bring into my computer. So you know how it is. If you know who I'm talking about, please let me know in the comments. I will go grab papers now so we can do something else with this. Okay, so I just pulled some things out of my stash here. So where I got started with this idea, I just saw this page, the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Lakeside. This is On Lake Time is the name of this piece of paper. And I just thought it has such a nice feel to it. You guys know I love ducks. If you've been around here, I even made my own digital kit about being the queen of the ducks and love ducks. I've made a duck journal. Then this one is also from the same collection. It is... it doesn't have a name, it's just got a number. It's Journal Elements. So see, it's like these kind of cards and things. I like that. And then this one is very cool too. I don't know that I'll use this stuff, but I love this side. I love the old Quebec label. So I have to decide. I mainly just like this card, really, out of all of them. I'm not a big sentiments person. I'm just not. At least like preformed sentences and sentiments. I like things that are more out of a book, right? That are something I could kind of like stylize myself. Then I have some lovely papers that were sent to me by my wonderful friend Heather. And I think they will fit really nicely with this theme, those birch trees. And we've got some wildlife on this one that's just really beautifully illustrated. Kind of reminds me of Nathalie Lette's art. This super fun page. She sent me so many beautiful pages that have this color tone, and I'm sort of planning a journal that's like this. This reminds me so much of Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls, and there's other things. I kind of want to make like a safari Golden Girls kind of journal. I'm kind of putting it together in my head. So these things, that mysterious kit, like who I can't remember, might come into play. But then I also just found this Minte collection, Woodland, because I'm like, you know, I should try to go through my scrapbook paper, because I have, you know, in the last, I'd say 3 months, so much nice paper has come out and stuff. There's just so much like nice journal making stuff in general. It's kind of killing me, but I had to get this one. It's Woodland, and it's really, really nice. It's got these amazing cutouts. So fussy cut those, because I think they're all just such cottagey good stuff. And if I think there should be 2 sets of paper in here. So if I still want to make like a woodland journal, which I do, I'm actually wanting to really make like a nice bark cover again. It's been a while since I did that, and I know where I can collect some of my favorite bark. So yeah, there's 2, so that's good. I can use one in this book and have another for another book, because they're going to be very different books. Yeah, 3. Oh, that wreath is pretty. 4, and look at the back. These are double-sided. I'll show you them in a sec. 4, 5, and this is the journal cards, and that's also, there's 2 of those. Okay, so I'll put all these away, and I will maybe allow myself to take like half of these or something for this book. Which side? Which side? I think I'll take this side. So I'll start here at these mushrooms, and we'll come on up. I'm going to take that lantern because that's more cottagey than it is woodland. I'm going to go around the flower. I'm going to leave that flower for the other project. Okay. So if you hear my dog upstairs, he's going outside, so he's getting wild. as he tends to do. Okay, that and that, right? That's the two. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to keep that one. Put this one away. I also probably could stand to go through my digitals on my computer and see what I have that would be good for this book. But first, I'm going to go through books because I know I have so many books that I can use to populate this journal. It's probably going to be a chunky one. I'm probably going to make a nice big 3-inch spine for it. But I'm going to make the spine after I make the signatures. Because that is really the best way to do things, to be able to like put your book together in a way that you don't have any gator mouth because you've customized the size. So I also have this duck fabric, if any of you remember this duck fabric, and I think it's also perfect for that kind of lakeside cottage feel. You know, the ducks are around. So let's look at this woodland collection, okay? So this is the journal cards. We've got mushrooms, squirrels, foxes, snails and acorns, deers, lanterns, robins, all the good things. And then on back, there's these frames. So those make really good little tip outs because you have writing space on the back of some of them. Then this one is more of like a repeatable pattern with wood. But then look, this lovely lantern. And I see a lot of these as being the center of the journal. Like definitely these would go in the center, I think. I mean, some of them would be okay, actually, not to be, which is good. It's nice to have that option. That one I think would be more of a center, but I don't know. I say that and then I'm like, I end up changing my mind. This one I think definitely, because I wouldn't want to separate these guys. So now we've got a bunch of paper and that's good. So let's just collect it all here and then set it aside, and I need to do my measuring on this book. So the paper for this book can be 10 by 6 1/4. So I'm just going to make a little note so that I keep that handy. So that's good because that means that I'm not going to have to cut the scrapbook paper at all, and I'll be able to keep, you know, almost all of the height even, which is nice. So maybe I'll just go ahead and fold these the way that I think I want them, and we'll trim them too. Have some nice scraps too. 10 by, and let's just make sure. So this paper itself is just a titch over 6, so that's good. I knew it was a little bigger than the other paper. Oops. I think my son and my husband were just coming in from the pool. Even though it's like very cold, he just really wanted to go in. He was like asking me because I put in a basketball, like a floating basketball net, and so he's really wanting to play with the new basketball net. So I said, well, if you want to and you can endure it, then that's fine. Just told his dad, make sure his lips aren't turning blue out there, please. So he's not freezing. I remember though being a kid and like just really swimming in the coldest lakes and things, the coldest water. Because I didn't grow up having a pool, so you know, when you have an opportunity to go swimming, which is like my favorite thing to do, and you don't have a pool as a kid, like getting invited to a friend's house who has a pool, oh, so exciting. It's like the best. Oops, keep grabbing more than one of these at the same time. Okay. I was looking through my scrapbook paper the other day and I'm like, I am confidently hoarding a lot of good scrapbook paper. So I need to be using it up. Okay, now this one. What do I want to do with this one? The first thing we'll get rid of is this branding strip. Then I'm going to fold it, sort of, but not completely. Okay. So my options are that I would cut this up and make ephemera with it. You know, these are actually, some of these are nice. Like I kind of like this one, the duck one. I think the only ones I don't like are Walk on the Wild Side. Maybe Life is Good at the Lake, and Adventure is Waiting. I don't think those are my thing, but I kind of like the rest. So what does that mean? Like mostly I like this side, but I don't know if I should use it as a page. And then I could either cover up or just use this like to put pockets on or something, so it's back there, but it's not the central focus of the page. Or if I should cut this up, try to keep a few things, and these would be really nice tags and backgrounds, pockets, etc. What do I do? Let's fold it and that will limit my decision a little more. I think I'm going to use it as a page. Let's just do it. Because, you know, I'll be able to make a couple pockets with the leftovers. And then I have that nice, big, beautiful page. And then this can go inside. And I can do like a cool tuck spot over the parts that I don't like. You know, like I could do something up here and over here, and we can tuck something into that. So yeah, that's the right decision. Okay, this one I'm going to be cutting into ephemera, I think. Even though I love the mushrooms on the back, I want to use these. These are really nice. So I'll just cut the branding strip off. I wish when they made these kind of pages, like, that they would think about the fact that, you know, they're going to be journal cards. That's why you've created them as journal cards. But then don't put something like this on the back. You can't write on that. Are you hearing me, Simple Stories people? All right, let's try to line that up properly. Good. Okay. Yeah, those are nice. Gotta get my tray. Start organizing these things. Put my scraps in there too. Trying to decide what to do tonight. It's weird we don't have any like events to go to or any kid things. Things are definitely winding down. I'm wondering if I should maybe go swimming. That would be good. Okay. feel like I'm not doing enough in this video. I hope you guys are okay with this video and it's like not annoying to you. I feel like I've gotten like out of touch of doing videos beyond like flip throughs, challenges, or specific themed. I haven't done many, like kind of just craft along in the studio videos. But hopefully you guys like these. Let me know if this is okay for you. Okay, 10. All right, now these babies. So this one I said I definitely want to keep it together, right? Yeah. So actually I should cut the branding strip off first before I fold it. Okay. Then, how to get the right part. Okay, so I can't cut from the top on that one. That's not a possibility. So this is what 10 would do. I'm gonna maybe go a little more so I don't chop his head off. Yep, because I want to be able to use this to make pockets. Yes, okay, good. So see, we'll have two cute little pockets from that. Then we'll fold this in half. That nice wood grain on the back. And then this will open and be the center signature. So pretty. I like the size of this book too. It's good. So we'll just fold that over. Yeah, and we're gonna have that cute little hedgie and then that little fox. Let's cut those apart now so that they're ready to go. And then the wreath with the robin. And on this side we have this tree. And I think I want to keep that together too. So 10 would put me here. I need to go a little higher to about... Oh, this is tricky. I might try from the top actually on this one. 10 would put me here. That's better actually because I don't cut anything in half. Yeah, that's good. And we still get the wreath. And I think I'll want that to be this another center folio. And then our two pockets. This is cute. I might leave this together actually and just glue it down as a pocket like that that can actually flip closed. So we'll leave that as is. And then this one. This paper is so thick I always think I have two, but I don't. This one I think we can fold this way instead, right? Yeah. So they don't have to be together. Now, decisions here. Okay, the back doesn't matter, but this side does. So if we went to 10, it would take me to there. Not bad. And here, if we went to 10, I would lose these guys, but I would then have them again for pockets. So just think I'll do that actually. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it a little more. Okay, yeah, that's good. And then we will have the owl and the robin as pockets elsewhere. This is like the how to make, you know, big decisions Sophie's Choice scrapbook paper, Sophie's Choice roundup. All right. I want that on the inside and that on the outside. And we'll go from the top, I think. Yep. It's really kind of all the same with this piece. That's good. Sliding away here. So last night I went to see Inside Out 2 with my daughter. It was really good. If you're a fan of Inside Out, the Pixar film, if you saw the first one, you'd know, it's basically about, kids and their emotions. So the second one, the main character, the little girl, she is now like a preteen. She's 13. So she's discovering all the fun emotions of being a 13-year-old that she never had before. Because before she had like joy and sadness and fear and anger and disgust. Those are the characters from the first film. Each of those emotions has their own like character that plays, in the film, that like they all are at this console, which is essentially the consciousness of this young girl named Riley. And so the second film, she's 13 and she is a hockey playing bright young girl, and she's like kind of on the precipice of change because she's in middle school and she's about to start high school, and she really wants to impress the coach and the players from the local high school, and they have like this tryout kind of 3-day thing. And so then she's introduced to all of the emotions that preteens and prepubescent kids experience. And so a bunch of new characters get introduced. There's embarrassment and envy, and most of all, the most central one is anxiety. And I think I might be forgetting one. There's a really cute part where they introduce nostalgia, and it's this adorable little tea drinking granny who's downstairs, and they're like, no, you still have several years until we need you. And she'll pop in a couple of times in the film to just say something cute and leave. And I liked that as a touch. It was really cute. But I liked the movie. I thought, it's one of those things, right, where I felt like I kind of wanted to watch it first before showing it to my daughter, because I didn't know, anxiety is a complex topic. And I mean, it's a really important topic for these times, for all of us, especially for kids. I'm really glad we're no longer living in the present day mindset that kids, should be seen and not heard, kind of, right? They didn't have space to express these kind of big emotions in my generation, really, and past, generations past mine and some after mine. But nowadays, I think we try to do a better job by kids. So I have to say, they introduce these emotions in a really non-threatening way that I think most people can relate to, and it does not overwhelm kids, and that I think is very important. Okay, so next job I think is to decide. We're going to go 7 signatures in this book, I think. I did that with the last book I made, the Prunus Ornithology, and it worked out really well. It filled up nicely in a 3-inch spine. So it was a big book, and I want to do another big book. I think I'm just really feeling it because nature is my absolute vibe, right? Okay. The other thing I wish is that this paper I could start with the duck, but I can't. But that's going to be in one signature. What I usually do is I kind of pick through what are my favorite pages. 2, and I decide which ones to use like as that first page. 3, and it might change, you never know. 4, 5, yeah. Okay, so now we'll just look at what we're doing. I'll go with this one in here. Oh, and I need 7. My brain. Okay, so we'll go 6. Let's go with that as 7, okay? Then we'll organize these into their respective places as well. So this can go in here. This one in here. Like the pinks together. This one I said needs to be center, so it can't be on the outside. That's okay. We'll go with this. And the birch trees can go, I think, in here with the duck. This one. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So that's the beginning of 7 signatures. Now I need to get a bajillion D papers and start making the signatures for this book. So that's it for me for today. I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this stuff, start a tray here. I need to decide what I'm going to put in these little things, and they might actually come from these. So imagine the owl. That would be really good. That would be a really good one, actually. It might even be the one. The owl, and then what to put in the shield. Like, so many good things, you know. But I might go with something like this because I think it will make the book kind of make sense. I do like that little raspberries and that little bird. Those could be good. We'll see, we'll see. Lots of options here. We have ducks and plants and many a thing. So that's it for me for now. I will be back again soon with possibly another segment of this or something else. And I've also decided that I'm going to take part in Junk Journal July 2024. So you're going to be seeing this real soon because we're getting close to July. And for those of you who are part of my Patreon, or if you're not yet a part of my Patreon but you've been thinking about it and you're like, I don't know, just so you know, I'm getting very close to being finished the Journal Together kit for July 1st. It's going to be a fun one. Lots of good authentic antique and vintage cabinet cards and documents and things in this one, and some other goodies, some fun things, summary kind of stuff. So that being said, I will talk to you all again very soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you think of who that digital creator would be, that would be awesome. Okay, bye for now.